We just got our next big look at Donkey Kong Bananza, and it's safe to say there's a lot to uncover here. So with all that being said, let's break this all down. Up next. What's going on, guys? It's Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. So, I just got done watching the Donkey Kong Bananza Direct. Honestly, heading into this, I said 15 minutes. What could Nintendo show me that we already don't know about? And what's the big thing about this game? Why are we launching the Switch 2 with Mario Kart World, followed up by Donkey Kong Bananza? And it's safe to say, this is gonna be one hell of a game. So there's a lot to go through as far as what they've shown of new gameplay, new characters, and all of the little things in between. So what I'm gonna do now is break down the various aspects of this game that I thought stuck out to me, and all the surprises we've got here. So for Donkey Kong Bananza, it's going to be taking place on the Ingot Isles, and this is basically some type of mining colony, and they're looking for golden bananas. Now, apparently a storm sends him deeper into the depths of the planet, and this is where he comes across Odd Rock. But that's where things kind of took a twist. This was the going rumor heading out of the first time we got a look at this game. Odd Rock turns out to be a younger version of Pauline. Now, throughout the gameplay we did see here, Pauline's gonna be a pretty big aspect of this game overall. Of course, with the world destruction, crashing, jumping, and all that stuff, Pauline's voice is also gonna be a weapon in co-op mode. Now, let's talk about the ways you'll be traversing the various environments. As Donkey Kong, you're gonna be able to utilize powerful abilities to smash your way through obstacles and enemies. You can use a dive punch to kind of drill down into the earth, roll around other obstacles in this ball, and of course, a hand slap that helps you locate hidden items. Let's not forget you can tear off chunks of the ground and throw it at pretty much anything here, and you can also surf on top of what they're calling turf. I get that. That was a good play on words. But yeah, you can kind of rip earth out of just anywhere, throw it, and then surf on the water. Now let's talk about a thing I was very much into, and that's the Bananza transformations. Now this is where Pauline comes into play again. She can use her voice to temporarily transform Donkey Kong, giving him brand new powers. Now collecting gold builds up Bananergy. Again, we're really leaning on the word banana. But that allows Pauline's singing voice to activate transformations, and we got a few shown here. The first one up was Kong Bananza, that makes Donkey Kong pretty much a super version of himself. We got the Zebra Bananza transformation that makes him run faster and dash. And then let's not forget the Ostrich Bananza transformation that allows Donkey Kong to fly and even drop egg bombs on enemies. Now, while we're talking about Pauline, let's talk about the co-op play that's in this game. And by sharing your Joy-Con 2 controller, you and a friend can control Donkey Kong and Pauline separately. And this is all in local co-op play. In this local co-op play, you can use the mouse functionality for the Joy-Con 2 controller, and you can also use Game Share to share the game through local co-op. And that's for people who don't even own the original game themselves, or you can invite friends to join you via online chat. Now let's talk more about the story. Apparently there's a legend going that the planet's core has this ability to kind of grant each of your heart's desires. So in turn, Donkey Kong and Pauline hearing that, they set off on this magical quest to kind of get to the planet's core. Now, Pauline hopes this will return her to the surface. Donkey Kong, on the other hand, he's a simple man and just wants more bananas. But that is where the Void Company, who are the antagonists of this game, they come into play here. They're the ones running this mining operation on the planet, and Void Co. is the one who's responsible for this storm that's stealing all the bananas. And that happens to be the same storm that sent Donkey Kong into the underground in the first place. But the funny part to this all, it did affect Donkey Kong, but they also are the ones that turned Pauline into Odd Rock. Now, another aspect of this game are some familiar faces returning to the franchise. We got a nice look at Pauline, of course. We got a look at Cranky Kong. Rambi the Rhino showed up. And let's not forget, in a blink and you'll miss it moment, Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong are in the game as well. Now, one of the things I didn't really expect to see in this game is this creative mode. Now, this includes the classic photo mode, which seems to be a trend in most Nintendo games. We've seen it in Mario Kart World. We're gonna see it in Donkey Kong Bonanza. But the mode I wanna focus in on is DK Artist. This is where you can kind of use the Joy-Con 2's mouse controls and just kind of go into a thing where you can carve stones, make various head shapes like a Bowser or even Mario, or create your own Donkey Kong himself. And again, it's just a feature I wasn't personally asking for, but now that I've seen it, I'm like, yeah, that seems pretty cool. Now let's talk about collectibles, since this is gonna be a massive collectathon. Of course, you're gonna want to uncover these golden bananas, and they're calling it Banandium gems. Now, collecting these gems will earn you skill points that increase Donkey Kong's power, and you're gonna be able to unlock new abilities. You can also earn gems through challenges like time battles, side-scrolling stages, which is a nice touch, and obstacle courses. You're also going to unlock Banandium chips and gold nuggets. Now you're going to be able to use all that in the item shop, where you can kind of get new outfits, new colors for Donkey Kong and Pauline, as well as other fur options, which again, I better see rare Donkey Kong within this game. So overall, Donkey Kong Bonanza, I gotta admit, as a Donkey Kong 64 fan, I have been begging for Nintendo to make another game like this. I wasn't expecting like an over-the-top experience. I was like, man, we're getting Donkey Kong, that's all good and well. But from what I've seen here, this certainly sold me on the game. I am fully hyped up for this game. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I believe it comes out July 17th, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza, this direct sold me. 15 minutes, they did the most with it. The power-ups, the item shops, all of this different ability business. It's very much worth it. But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass this one off to you guys. What'd you think of Donkey Kong Bonanza? But that about does it here. I've been Kalo. I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.